तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति पंकजं धृते जयकृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं गदाधरं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. So we are going to discuss some important technique of book distribution. So today is Mokshada Ekadashi. We are going for book distribution. So I may not be able to explain all the technique in details now. Maybe other time I'll explain, because today is short time. We have to leave early. So the first technique is spiritual enthusiasm. First technique of book distribution is enthusiasm. So Srila Prabhupada says that books are distributed by the enthusiasm of devotees. So devotees, they should be very eager and enthusiastic to serve Krishna, to fulfill the desire of Krishna. So Krishna wanted the message of Bhagavad Gita should be distributed. This is Krishna's instruction, and Krishna became very happy. So Krishna says that the person who distributes this message of Bhagavad Gita, they are most dear to me. And people are suffering in this material world due to ignorance of their relationship with Krishna. And therefore, devotees should be convinced that this is the best way to please Krishna, and this is the best way to serve the whole society. And therefore they should be very, very enthusiastic to distribute this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So what is the first technique? Enthusiasm. And how you can apply this enthusiasm? How you can apply this enthusiasm?
By good sadhana.
The enthusiasm you can practice by book should be in your hand and you should be outside of voice. That is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm does not mean that you know very nicely, okay, this is the only solution, and sitting inside your room. That is not enthusiasm. Enthusiasm means book should be in your hand and you should be outside of temple or outside of voice, outside of your home. And other things will happen in the field, battlefield. You come in the battlefield, Krishna will help. Krishna will guide you what to speak. That is the test. Krishna will test your surrender. So this is first point. So second technique is when you are speaking to people, when you are preaching to people, first of all give the books in his hand. Instead of keeping the books in your hand and preach, give the books in his hand and then explain. Okay? So when you give the book somebody's hand, he get touch of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is not different from Krishna. So when he is touched by Krishna, he is blessed by Krishna. And then his desire to come closer to Krishna, his desire to receive Bhagavad Gita will increase. So in this way, that person will have more chance to take Bhagavad Gita. Even if he do not take now, very soon he is going to take the Bhagavad Gita, either next day, next to next day, or next month. So, Srila Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita is so attractive, like Krishna is already attractive, and Prabhupada made the Bhagavad Gita also very attractive. So, it is very colorful and full of beautiful pictures of Lord Krishna and hardcore binding, and the presentation is very, very intellectual and devotional. Every verses, then what word meaning, translation, purport, with the quotes from different scripture. So it's a full exposure of Krishna, and therefore, if you give Bhagavad Gita in his hand and explain it very nicely, present it very nicely, it will be very difficult for anyone to say no. So this is second technique to distribute books. Third technique is when you're preaching, glorify Bhagavad Gita, glorify Krishna. That is our job. Our job is to glorify Krishna, glorify Bhagavad Gita, and explain some important teachings of Bhagavad Gita, which is very much relevant for the public, which is very relevant for the people. So thus you will be able to relate Bhagavad Gita in his life, how Bhagavad Gita is important. So thus give the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, increase the value of Bhagavad Gita in his life, increase the value of Bhagavad Gita in his life. So that devotees try to do, instead of by hook and by crook sell the books, try to present the message of Bhagavad Gita and creating the value of Bhagavad Gita, creating the value. Nowadays people have value of material things. In the New Year ends, people are going to purchase many things. But what they are purchasing? They are purchasing which will give pleasure to their body, their sense gratification. So they are going to purchase clothes and TV, furniture, and different foodstuffs, those things. So it's not like that they're not spending money, they're not buying anything. They're spending lot of money. Which they are purchasing, which they are thinking very much valuable for them. But the most valuable thing is this message of Bhagavad Gita, which can deliver anyone from the cycle of birth and death, which can stop all the suffering, which can give answer of all their questions. So therefore Bhagavad Gita is the most important gift for the soul. So in this way, the devotee or preacher should increase the value, and then they'll feel that, oh, this most important thing, 250 rupees is nothing. 250 रुपीज़ में क्या होता है? उसका चप्पल का दाम भी 250 से ज़्यादा है, उसका शर्ट का दाम भी 250 से ज़्यादा है। एक महीने में जो वो न्यूज़पेपर खरीदता है, बीड़ी पीता है, चाय पीता है, उससे उसका दाम ज़्यादा है। भागवत गीता 250 is nothing. Only they are not purchasing because the preachers are not creating the value of Bhagavad Gita. So increase the value of Bhagavad Gita. That is preaching. Increase the value of Bhagavad Gita. So important. What I am doing? I don't have Bhagavad Gita. You'll feel that it's so important. I don't have Bhagavad Gita. Why not I purchase? Like that. So this is the most important technique. Actually, it's not a technique. By technique, we cannot sell Bhagavad Gita. Technique is a skill. But it is our desire to serve Krishna. It is our desire to glorify Krishna. It is our desire to distribute Krishna consciousness to others. That is pure devotional service. So while we are preaching, while we are distributing Bhagavad Gita, we should be very, very sincere and devotional to glorify Krishna, creating the value of Bhagavad Gita, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita to others. So then people will take it. They may not take today, but tomorrow they will definitely take. This is the third technique. Fourth is when you are preaching, distributing Bhagavad Gita. So many times it happens that books are not going from your hand, or people may not be taking Bhagavad Gita all the time. Though we are saying so many books are going, but such situation will happen, like you are not able to distribute books are not going from your hand, or the books, people are not coming to the table. So what we should do? So we should keep on trying and pray to Krishna, pray to Srila Prabhupada, pray to previous acharyas, that Krishna, please engage me in your devotional service. Krishna, please use me for your mission. I am very insignificant soul trying to serve Krishna. So why books are not going? Because we have false ego that I am distributing books, and we are that karta aham iti manyate, karta mentality. So one need to understand that without the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we cannot distribute this message of Bhagavad Gita. So Srila Prabhupada says that the preaching is happening by the mercy of previous acharya, and preacher should understand that I am simply a puppet in the hand of previous acharyas. I am simply a puppet in the hand of previous acharya. So why books are not going? Because Krishna want to make us humble. Krishna want to make us surrender. Krishna want to make us humble. So, and in the humble attitude, when you are begging for mercy, then we become qualified to be used by Krishna. Arjuna was used. Arjuna was humbled by Krishna. And when Arjuna surrendered to Krishna, then Krishna used Arjuna to give the message of Bhagavad Gita to the whole world. Srila Prabhupada went to America in so humble state of mind. So that is very important. So when books are not going, then we should pray to Krishna. We should pray to Srila Prabhupada. So we should pray to previous acharyas and remain enthusiastic. Utsaha jari rakhna chahiye. उत्साह जारी है ना, उत्साह जा रही है। तो ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। जब बुक्स नहीं जाता है तो हमें नहीं सोचना बुक्स नहीं जा रहा है और क्या छोड़ देते हैं। नहीं, कृष्ण देखेंगे कितना आप उनको सेवा करना चाहते हैं। जब उत्साह के साथ सेवा का उत्साह जारी रखते हैं तब कृष्ण लोगों को भेजेंगे। कृष्ण लोगों को भेजेंगे। और सच में ये ज़्यादा स्कोर के प्रति आकर्षित नहीं है, ये सेवा के प्रति आकर्षित है। स्कोर के प्रति आकर्षित नहीं है, ये सेवा करना चाहते हैं। बुक्स जाए नहीं जाए, हमारा कर्तव्य है प्रचार करना, हमारा कर्तव्य है भगवान की गुण गाना। तो इस प्रकार एक्सटर्नल प्लेटफॉर्म से सेवा प्लेटफॉर्म में आइए। एक्सटर्नल प्लेटफॉर्म है मेरे हाथ से कितना बुक्स गया, एक्सटर्नल प्लेटफॉर्म है कि कितना स्कोर हुआ, ठीक है, वो इम्पोर्टेंट है, लेकिन उससे इम्पोर्टेंट है कि हम लोग सेवा भाव में रहते हैं, भगवान की सेवा, भगवान को संतुष्ट करने के लिए। तो ये बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। तो पांचवा है सी पीपल एज ए सोल इन कनेक्शन विथ कृष्णा। एवरी सोल, every living entity, every human being, they are eternal servant, part and parcel of Krishna. So thus, see every living entity as a servant of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna, and thus you will feel that every living entity need Bhagavad Gita because they are part and parcel of Krishna. They have forgotten Krishna, therefore they need Krishna. They need Krishna, and therefore you will be able to approach everyone. Don't discriminate in external platform. Oh, this person is rich, this person is good looking, this person is educated, oh, they will take Bhagavad Gita. No, that is external things. So many times we discriminate externally, and before we approach we reject them. Before we approach, before they come, or even they come, we reject them. We don't speak so convincingly because we are seeing external platform. So see them in spiritual platform. Srila Prabhupada did not discriminate Bhagavad Gita. This did not discriminate people. American, Indian, African, Australian, rich, poor, or Hindu, Muslim. They did not discriminate, and therefore he could preach everyone. Why this message of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna consciousness spread all over the world to every people? Why? Because he did not discriminate. He saw them in the platform of soul. Understand? So thus he could relate to people. He could convince the people. He could penetrate their material consciousness. Indian, American, Hindu, Muslim. Because he was on that platform, and therefore he could convince them as his spiritual position, and therefore they took Bhagavad Gita. Others, while they're Christian, they're Muslim, they're American, they're other caste, why they will take Bhagavad Gita? Correct? So Bhagavad Gita is not a Hindu book. Bhagavad Gita is not Indian book. Bhagavad Gita is universal law given by the lawmaker Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So this is very important. And final is selling the books. Selling the books. So in your preaching, we have to remember very important quotes of Srila Prabhupada, important statement of Prabhupada. What is the use of your 2-3 minutes of preaching? If you give them books, they will be eternally benefited. When many times when you are preaching, we are preaching for long time, speaking 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that person is not taking books. And because we are attached to preach, attached to many times attached to the philosophy, just like this, I told you that you have to glorify Krishna, but there should be some balance. You have to make sure the person is taking the books. Understand? The person is taking the books, and that's what you have to use your intelligence. Use your practical intelligence. And if you're connected with Krishna and connected with the with the desire of Krishna and desire of Srila Prabhupada, that these books should go to him, and therefore you will be able to use your intelligence that how to convince him, and Krishna will give you intelligence. Different way Krishna will give you intelligence. Like I just give one example, that one time the devotees are distributing books, and one person came to the book table, and the devotees had told that take Bhagavad Gita. So this is Gita Jayanti time. That some of his family members have died, so he cannot purchase Bhagavad Gita. Then he asked him, okay, when he have died, who was he? Okay, very nice, take care of your family. Then he said that okay, I think you love him very much, and that's what you are feeling pain. It's natural feeling him, but one of the best way you can offer your love to him, that if you do some charity of Bhagavad Gita in his name, उनके नाम पे आप गीता दान कर सकते हैं. तो इस प्रकार आपको उनका उद्धार हो जाएगा. तो वो पूछ रहे थे कि कैसे समझ सकते कि उनका उद्धार हुआ है, या वो कहाँ पर है, कैसे समझ सकते हैं. तो वो बताते कि कृष्णा गीता में कहते हैं कि मृत्यु, अलग अलग व्यक्ति का मृत्यु अलग अलग प्रकार से होता है, और मृत्यु के अनुसार, समय के अनुसार उसका डेस्टिनेशन होता है. तो आपके जो भी आपका जो निकट जन है, उनका कब मृत्यु हुआ. तो उन्होंने कहा ऐसे, ठीक है, मैं सोच के देखता हूँ कि क्या उनका कहाँ पर है वो. तो सोचने लगा. अच्छा, वो क्या नॉनवेज खाते थे क्या? बोले हाँ, खाते तो थे. अच्छा, वो क्या नशा करते थे, चाय पीते थे या सिगरेट? हाँ, वो तो खाते ही थे, वो तो लेते ही थे. ओहो, अच्छा, थोड़ा चले जाते, लेकिन किसी उनको को फल भुगतना पड़ेगा, किसी जगह में अटके हुए हैं. तो बोले अभी क्या करें? बोले अगर आप भागवत गीता खरीदते हैं और भागवत गीता दान करते हैं उनके नाम पे दूसरे को, तो उनका पुण्य उनको प्राप्त हो जाएगा और उससे उसका रास्ता क्लियर हो जाएगा. दे दीजिए. तो उन्होंने भागवत गीता लिया भी खुद के लिए और कुछ दान करने के लिए भी 2-3 भागवत गीता लिया. तो इस प्रकार हमें बुद्धि अप्लाई करना चाहिए. थोड़ा हमें ददामी बुद्धि जोगम तम जनम हमको जानते थे. कृष्ण बुद्धि प्रदान करते हैं. अगर आप सिंसियर है कृष्ण की सेवा करने के लिए, तो कृष्ण बुद्धि प्रदान करेंगे. तो जब आप बात करते थोड़ा इंटरेक्शन कर सकते हैं, बात कर सकते हैं थोड़ा. उससे क्या होता है, आदमी खुलता है, और उसमें खुलेगा तो आप उनको उस प्रकार उनको प्रीच कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. तो इस प्रकार ये सारा हेल्पफुल टेक्निक या प्रिंसिपल बता सकते हैं, जो आप प्रयास करेंगे कृष्ण के संतुष्ट करने के लिए, तो ये काम आएगा. ठीक है, गीता वितरण करने के लिए. तो आज गीता जयंती का दिन है, और ये पूरा महीना हम लोग भागवत गीता वितरण करते हैं. तो ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण समय है, जब हम लोग हमारा थोड़ा समय निकालेंगे भगवान की सेवा करने के लिए, और इससे हम लोग बहुत आध्यात्मिक लाभ होगा. और आपको उत्साह भी बढ़ेगा, भक्ति में आपको उत्साह बढ़ेगा, और कृष्ण की कृपा आपका अनुभव होगा बहुत। जब भागवत गीता प्रचार कर वितरण करेंगे तो आपको कृष्ण की कृपा बहुत अनुभव होगा। सेवा ऐसा सुंदर है कि कृष्ण की कृपा, कृष्ण का हाथ, आप कृष्ण किस प्रकार सहायता कर रहे हैं, इसको बहुत आसानी से आप समझ सकते हैं। ओके, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। तो हम लोग